saw you in the field, though. Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the – and look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We got it. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gators. 44. Let's go, D. Shoot.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Fournette running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Go on, D. Sponge. No.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, lock it. 5.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1 yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check. Lucky. Be dribble.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Going long here for Wallace. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
180! 150, regular.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 7-7, our score after 1. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Let's go. Run.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. But Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Go now. 8 read. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Bang, 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 bang. Slip.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew got his man there. It's Wallace complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Leo, 70, Indy. Now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Going long here for Wallace, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Bravo. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21, Jaguars 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Come on, baby. Come on. Hey, Sam on. He's got 5.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew. He's able to find Wallace. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Protein spill.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Pilot, 64.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Minshew, Mack Wilson, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Oh, some strong running. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbins fighting him off. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 15 now, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. He finds Taylor, complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Browns.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. First down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as he'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Check. Fire.
On the run, it's Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Minshew. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, Minshew. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Minshew. He's got his man. That's Wallace. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the double. Mike Popo. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 33-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chop, 5.
Minshew sets to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wallace. And they'll get it down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
36. Shoot. Say. Look at me. Go.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10. Gator. Ready?
It'll be Minshew again. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready? Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, go.
Minshew throwing on third down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 28. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Deep rip.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
180. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the out. Watch the out.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped